Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Paint Girly. This is really part 4 of my project journal, which I have built for Voss, the Curl Boss, which is a young lady on Instagram who styles and works with customers with really curly hair. And she is fabulous. And I don't have curly hair, but I kind of always have been interested in hair and working with hair. Um, I just find it very interesting, and I love watching her. She's got a great personality, and she's just been a blessing to me on a daily basis when she makes her posts. And so I thought I'd like to make a journal for her. So this is for her. There are parts 1, 2, and 3. This is actually part 4, but I just call it the walkthrough. So you may have seen the other 3 installments. And now this is the finished journal. And when I'm done recording, I'm going to package it up and send it to her. So I really wanted to do the walkthrough too for Cassie. Not sure if she's been exposed to any kind of journaling or junk journaling. So I just thought I'd walk through, show what it's involved here, what's included, how she might use it, and it might be helpful for her. I don't know. We'll see. So this is my cover. I decided to use a piece of wool. I wanted it soft-sided. A piece of wool that a friend, Kathy Cow, gave me. And I made a tassel for the spine. And then just added some bits that I liked. This is a vintage button. And I did something different with the closure because I wasn't sure. I mean, I don't really know Casey, the boss, the curl boss. So I don't really know her likes. She says she would like anything. So the closure, I just pinned this piece of fabric on. So if she doesn't like it, she could take it off. Or she could stitch it on permanently or glue it. But I just left it like this. Now, on one of the, I guess it was maybe part 3, I made, I don't really remember, could be part 2. I made this bias tape and I stamped on it. I had coffee stained it, but I really kind of felt that was a little too dark for the cover. So I went with just a plain piece of muslin, really. And so I just put some lace on. I ended up doing a blanket stitch around the whole cover. I did some other stitching. This was a piece of fabric from a jacket I picked up at Goodwill. It just had all these different flower patterns, and it's got little tiny yellow beads right there in the center, which I kind of liked. This is a laundry pin from the military, I believe. And this is just some things I liked. I love my button trim, and so that's the cover. The back, some of this just wraps around, but the back is just very plain. So like I said, she could take this off and just tie on the cover as it gets chubbier. She uses the journal, and she could leave it the way it is too and wrap it around the button. All right, so first page. I liked this lace, so I put that in, made a little pocket, and then made an additional little journal here where she could keep some notes. And it's a little bit of a tight fit, but it does just fit in that little lace pocket. It's just one signature. And this is just a decorated page. And if you do watch this, oh, there's a piece of thread. Cassie, you can write on any of these pages, add things, glue things on, add things to the pockets. This is just the side from a vintage card box. I just loved it. I couldn't throw it out. I used different sizes of paper and different kinds of papers. Blackjack, gum. Made a pocket with this postcard. And then just filled in with some little goodies. This is what we call an ATC card or an artist trading card. This is one of mine. You can journal on the back. And then another little journal book. You just write over top of the text. You don't worry about that text. Or you could glue stuff in there. And this was from the inside of a small observer's. There's Observer's Book of Wildflowers, of butterflies. They're made in England mostly. I think that's where they're printed. But this was like the inside page, and I just loved that writing. And it's got 1948 on there. So I just tucked that in there. You could really just write your own little notes on there, whatever you might like. And this is just a little gift bag, decorated. I've got some goodies in here for you to use in your book. Old photos. This is just what we call ephemera, note cards, things you can either glue or journal on. Or you could glue them somewhere in the book, or if you had another kind of project. You've got a little tag here, added in with a little baby paper clip. This is a decorated tea bag. I don't know why, just because I like it. This is a stamped artist tile. I'm just using that as a little tuck spot. This is a page from an Edith Holden book, which many of us in this junk journaling world really like her work. This is kind of an accident that happened here. This is a mulberry paper, and I forgot it was porous, and so when I glued this stuff on, it attached itself to this page. Just made it a little more stable. So then I was able to build a little pocket here and stick some little goodies in. It's a flash tag, a little tag you can journal on, and then this little thing. You know, you could glue that somewhere, use it as a bookmark. An Alaska playing card. I don't know why, I just thought that looked cute. This is something I did on my YouTube channel where I put napkins on paper with plastic wrap, I believe, and made paper that I could then cut out of. So that's one of my die cuts. I just thought it's a little cute. Another little artist tile just tucked in there, a little piece of that bias tape. Another little belly band pocket with a couple of goodies of ephemera. On this map page, I put some gessos, so you really could just write and journal on that page if you wanted to. And this is the tag that I made. You can journal on the back of that. I like things that stick out the sides and out the top of my journals, so that's why you've got all that jazz going on. Just some blank pages that you can glue or write on. Another pocket with just an old-timey photo. That's just ephemera. It's not a real photo. I decorated this page. You can do some journaling here. Just another little tuck spot. This is an old envelope my friend Kathy Cal sent me from 1954. And I just used it to build a little pocket. And then just put some other journaling things inside for you. Again, you know, like these could be glued here. You could build your own pocket. You could always send me a message, write me, and ask me questions if you have any questions on, you know, what you might like to do this. But you're so artsy with hair. I just thought you might have a little artsy bone in your body. So I thought you might like some of this stuff. This is a sticker, I'm pretty sure. That can be peeled off. You could put that somewhere on a book or whatever. I thought she was cool. And this is a page from one of those observers of, this was Observer's Book on Horses. The pages are so small and cute. I like to take them apart and use them in my journals. Another Edith Holden page. This is a page from a book I brought back from France, and it was torn right here, and I should have probably reinforced that before I stitched in the signature, but I forgot. So I just added some tape to kind of shore that up and sturdy that up a little bit for you. And this is what they call, I think, like a book plate page from a gardening book. Another piece of mulberry paper, and again, I didn't realize when I was gluing that it went through. So I just, added some wallpaper type paper and just made a little design. These are some fashion pieces out of a fashion book. These are fashion costumes from the 60s. I thought they were pretty. This is a napkin that I adhered to a piece of freezer paper. And hey, yay, we got a piece of mulberry that's not been damaged. Oh, this is the center. This is where the signature's tied in. I just put a couple of old postage stamps on that tie. This is just a couple little what they call paper dolls. I just glued them on one side, so you've got a little tuck spot there. A little bit of bling. I always like a little bit of bling. And then we've got another pocket. I like making them out of these little wrappers that come with these old timey bias tape packages. So I made that in a pocket. Added a couple of goodies in there. Another flashcard. Some other bits that you can use to journal on. I like not so much the writing and journaling for myself personally, but I like these kinds of books because you can store, say, things that your kids gave you, or say a friend writes you a special note, and you have, like, instead of throwing it into a junk drawer, you have a place where you can tuck it in or save it, add it and make it part of your book. This little piece of bling has a piece of fabric at the bottom with a little pin and a charm. And this is just a tab to turn your page. I added a tea bag. My friend Peggy recently gave me a bunch of these beautiful little cutouts, so I added that. And then this is the bits and bobs page, where these little envelopes, you can pull them open with this little tab. And then there's all kinds of little ephemera goodies in here. And you can glue them in your book or glue them in another book. You can just fuss around with them, or you can just leave them in there. There's a little butterfly in this one. So again, we call that ephemera. Now that I took it apart, I can't get it back all in there. There we go. Another little tuck spot. I love these little birds. And some places to write and journal. Another tuck spot. A tag. I think this is another little book. Yeah, another little journal. Just tucked in that pocket. Tag. Another little writing and journaling card. I wanted you to have one of my vintage hankies. So this is one. I have a couple of these. I do not wash them. So you'll see there's some staining here. You certainly can wash it if you want to wash and use it. But I just thought it was really pretty, and it's pure linen. Right here it still had the pure linen tag on it, but it popped off. And I think that would wash off. That's just like a little bit of paper and glue. But I didn't fuss with it. I don't wash mine. I just keep them all in my bin or have all my stash of goodies. Some music paper, another tag. I just like that fabric. And then a pocket back here filled with some other goodies. And we're getting towards the end. And then I hand stitched a piece of denim here and used that to build a pocket in the back of the journal for you. So that's it. So I'm going to wrap this up and send this off to Cassie, and I hope she likes it. So thanks for joining me. If you haven't seen the other installments of Project Journal for Cassie, the Curl Boss, I have to put her Instagram name in the description box of this video. I'll make sure I do that. And if you have any questions, just you can direct message me through Instagram or YouTube, Pink Girly, and I'll be happy to answer questions. Thanks for watching. I appreciate that so much. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I'll see you next time. I have to wake up my mouse. Never cooperates. Bye for now.